Very good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss basic algebra. So in this chapter, we will be discussing about the basic terms. So first let us talk about the number system, that is the real number system. So real number system. In this real numbers system, it is denoted by R. In this real number systems, we have various types of numbers which are natural numbers. So they are denoted by capital N, and it starts from 1 and it ends up to infinite. 1 to infinite numbers we are going to call it as natural numbers, and natural numbers we will call it as counting numbers also. Next we have whole numbers. This all we have learnt in our lower standard. Whole numbers which are denoted by W. So it includes 0, 0, 1, 2 up to infinity numbers. So integers which are denoted by Z. So including the negative numbers and all the whole numbers will form it as a integers. Next, rational numbers. So the numbers which are in the form of P by Q, where Q is not equal to 0. If denominator is not equal to 0, we are going to call it as a rational numbers, and it should be in the form of P by Q. Next, we have real numbers. So in addition to rational numbers, if a number is in the form of P by Q, and if you want to call it as other number, means apart from these rational numbers, we have another type of numbers. They are called as irrational numbers. Irrational numbers, and these are denoted by S. So what are irrational numbers means? They are neither terminating nor repeating. Neither terminating nor repeating. Means if I am performing a number, so if I am able to find the root 2 value, root 2 value is 1.41432, so on. Means this division, whenever we are applying the finding the root value of root 2, so this division will not terminate. Neither terminate means it will not even terminate and not even repeats. Means a pair of numbers, here 4 1 is there, 4 3 is there, so it is not at all repeating. So these type of numbers we are going to call it as irrational numbers, and it is denoted by S. So next type we have real numbers. So there is one relation between this. For example, if I want to maintain a relation between this, natural numbers will be subset of whole numbers. Natural numbers means all the natural numbers are there in the whole numbers, but in addition to the natural numbers there are some special numbers. So what is the special number here? 0. So any subset of W, this symbol stands for subset. So why we are calling it as subset? Because all the elements of natural number are there in the whole numbers. So whole numbers will be subset of integers, integers will be subset of rational numbers. So rational numbers are denoted by Q. I have not written here. Rational numbers are denoted by Q. So subset of Q, and it is subset of R. Now in this case, we are not mentioning the irrational numbers. Why? Because this term comes under different category. That's the reason we are not mentioning in this sequence. Let us talk about irrational number. So in the examination point of view, if he is asking prove root 2 is irrational. So let us assume that. So in a contradictory manner we have to go. Let us assume root 2 is rational. Let us assume that root 2 is a rational number. So root 2 is equal to a by b. Means I am assuming my number is in terms of a by b. Generally we'll write as p by q form. So here I'm mentioning it as a by b. So squaring on both sides, so I can transpose this, so root 2b is equals to a. Now squaring on both sides, so what it will become here? 2b square is equals to a square. 2b square is equals to a square. If 2 divides a square, then 2 divides a. What this statement means if a number, for example 2 is being divided by 16, so 2 will be divided by 4 also, means 4 square is 16. If 2 is divisible by its square number, if it's 2 is divisible by its square number, then 2 will be divisible by its original number also. 2 is divides a square, then 2 divides a. Then we can write a by 2, since here the variable is a. So a by 2, we will be getting some answers. Here 2 ones are 2 2s. We are getting some constant, right? That constant, we don't know what are the constants we are going to get. We are assuming it as, we are assuming that constant as c. We can mark this as first equation. So a is equals to, if I transpose it will become 2c. Now squaring on both sides, a square is equals to 4c square. 2 square is 4c square. Now in place of a square I can replace with 2b square. So from 1 we can write it as 2b square is equals to 4c square. So b square is equals to 2c square. So that implies b square by c square is equals to 2. So b by c whole square is equals to 2. b by c is equals to root 2. So here b by c stands for rational number. Here rational, root 2 is irrational. So we got it as rational, irrational. So rational and irrational both are not equal. That's why I'm keeping it as not equal symbol. This leads to contradiction. This leads to contradiction. Why it is leading to contradiction? Contradiction means opposite. Actually, we thought that root 2 is a rational number and we have started solving. But at final conclusion, what we got? No, it is not a rational number. It is an irrational number. So this is leading to our contradiction. Hence, root 2 will be an irrational number. Next, let us see exercise 2.1. First question. Classify each of the elements as a member of n, w. N means natural, whole, integers, rational, real numbers, rational, other one is irrational. Yes. See here. First root 7. What root 7 will be? Root 7 is neither terminating nor repeating. So root 7 will belongs to yes. This symbol indicates belongs to. Belongs to means this number is there in the erased numbers. Next, minus 1 by 4. Minus 1 by 4. It is a p by q form number. So it will belongs to rational number. 0. 0 will be a whole number as well as natural number as well as an integer also. Every number 0 will be. Sorry, 0 will not be a natural number. Why? Because natural number will start from 1. So in this case only whole numbers and integers, rational numbers and real numbers it can be. So next 3. 3 means it will be all numbers, natural, whole, integers and all those numbers. Next, if you are talking about 14, it will be same, natural, whole, integers. If you are talking about 4, so it will be also natural number, whole number as well as integers. Next, 22 by 7. So actually it is in the p by q form, we will call it as a rational number. But generally, if you have seen in your books, 22 by 7 we will represent for pi value, where pi is irrational number. Pi is irrational number. So in some cases we can use this 22 by 7 as a irrational number also. So 22 by 7, in particular case, in this case it will belongs to a rational number, but in some other cases it will belongs to irrational number also. See this fifth question, students, in the same exercise. Find a positive number smaller than 1 by 2 power 1000 justify. Means we need to find out what is the value of this 1 by 2 power 1000. So answer first 1 by 2 power 1000. He is asking us to find the value. So first we know that 1 by 2 value. What is 1 by 2 value? 0.5. So this 2 now we can write it as 1 by 2 square. 1 by 2 square means 1 by 2 whole square. So that means 0.5 whole square. So that means 0.25. 5 square is 25. 1 digit before point now, after square it will come 2 digits before point. So I am writing this, right? 1 by 2 cube next. So it will be 1 by 2 whole cube. So that is 0.5 whole cube. 5 cube is 0.125. So 1 by 2 power 4, that is 1 by 2 whole power 4. It will be 0.5 whole power 4, 0.625. 4 digits before, 0.0625. Because since the power is 4 digits before the point should come. So by this observing, what we have understood here, if we are keeping on increasing the powers, so on. If we are keeping on increasing the powers, so our target is to reach 2 power 1000. So 2 power 1000 can be written as 2 power 500 whole square. Means if I am substituting 1 by 2 power 4 only, I am getting 0.06. So if I keep on doing that, so I am going to get approximately 0 as the answer. Nearest value will be 0. But is he asking, what is asking the question? Positive value. Since 0 is not a positive value, not a negative value. So we can get only the nearest value, which is 0. Next topic, students, absolute value. Let us talk about what is absolute value. See, for a real number x, which is belongs to there is one variable x which is belongs to real number. So on a real number line, let us suppose this is a number line whose this is 0. So these are called as negative numbers, these are called as positive numbers. So in this, if suppose x can be here, x can be here, means from 0, means positive how many numbers gap is there, the negative also same numbers gap is there. But if I am talking about absolute value, what does it indicate? Means from 0 it is having the same value whether it is on the right side or whether it is on the left side. It is going to take the same value, absolute. The name itself says that it is a perfect value. Means the condition for this will be, this is absolute value will be denoted by this symbol. This symbol is called as modulus, modulus absolute. We can call it as modulus or absolute. So absolute value of x can be in two cases. It can be minus x, in which case if x is less than 0. If your values are less than 0 means minus numbers. So this will be your answer will be minus x. Means in your, if suppose your absolute value if is asking, instead of mod x you can put minus x when your x value is negative number. So it will be positive if x is greater than 0. Means it may be 0 or more than 0. You have to take it as x. This is the definition of the absolute value. For understanding purpose here, if suppose modulus 7 if I am mentioning, modulus 7 means the answer will be 7. Positive 7, when it will be 7, positive 7, here what is your x value here? See students, what is your x value here? X value we are getting it as a number which is having less than 0. Since it is a less than 0, so answer will be minus 7. Next, if I am mentioning here plus 7, so answer will be plus 7. Why? Because your x value is greater than 0, so obviously answer will come x. Now see here students, first point, if I am saying that absolute value of x is equals to x if x is greater than or equals to 0, minus x if x is less than 0. This is the first case we have learned. Now if I want to say modulus of x is equal to something else, modulus of y, means in this x value, in this some other value is there, modulus both are equal. If I want to say, means what the condition should be satisfied? X should be if and only if, means I can say in the question, in the examination, if he is giving the two modulus are equal. So if and only if, when these two modulus will be equal case, if x is equals to y, the other case is x is equals to minus y. So these two cases are satisfied, then only modulus of x is equals to modulus of y. But if I am saying that only modulus x means one will be positive value, the other one will be negative value. Let us take some questions. First question, modulus of 2x minus 3 is equals to 7. So whenever modulus of x is equals to a, so here some rule applies here, modulus of x is equals to a, some constant. Modulus of x is equals to a, then this can be written as x is equals to a or x is equals to minus a. So whenever modulus of some number is equal to a constant number is given which is positive, a should be positive. In the sense a should be greater than 0. If a is greater than 0, then x value should be a or else x value should be minus a. In this two range only it should be there. So by applying that rule, what we can write here, 2x minus 3 is equals to 7 or 2x minus 3 is equals to minus 7. If I transpose it, it will become 2x is equals to 10, x is 5. Here 2x is equals to 4, x is 2. Minus 4, minus 2. So it is going to take the values 5 or minus 2. Based on the same pattern, let us do another question. Three modulus x minus 2 plus 7 is equal to 19. So normally modulus will do afterwards. First let us do normal equation. So 3 modulus x minus 2 is equals to 19 minus 7. First we are transposing plus 7 to other side. So 3 modulus x minus 2 is equals to 12. X minus 2 modulus is equals to 4. Now we got the format of mod x is equals to a. Why? Because a is greater than 0. So we can apply two cases here. Either x minus 2 will be 4 or else x minus 2 will be minus 4. So x will be 6, 4 plus 2, 6, x will be minus 2. Let us take another question, students. Modulus of 2x minus 3 is equals to modulus of x minus 5. So here we are coming under the second case, modulus of x is equals to modulus of y. Means two modulus are equal if and only if, what is the case that we have discussed? Here mod x is equals to mod y if and only if either x should be y or x should be minus y in these two cases. So same logic will apply here. Means we can write 2x minus 3 is equals to x minus 5 or 2x minus 3 is equals to minus of x minus 5. if I transpose 2x minus x is equals to minus 5 plus 3, x is minus 2. 2x minus 3 is equals to minus x plus 5. So 3x is equals to 8, x will be 8 by 3. So this is the way of obtaining the solutions of the equations. We'll see another question. This is of the case equality, right? For example, inequality case occurs. Mod x is less than a. So whenever he is talking about mod x is less than a, it will be in the range of. This case applies if and only if minus a less than x less than a. This is first case. This second case will apply for this also. Mod x is less than or equals to a. If it is there, less than or equal to also. If and only if. So minus a less than or equals to x less than or equals to a. Third case. Mod x is greater than a. If and only if x is greater than minus a and x is less than minus a and x is greater than a. Next, fourth case, mod x is greater than or equals to a if and only if x is less than or equals to minus a, x is greater than or equals to a. So these are the four cases. Based on this, we will solve some questions. So whenever less than is there, it will be in the range of minus to plus. Whenever it is greater than, one will be less than, the other one will be greater than. Which one will be less than? The negative number will be less and positive number will be more. So question number 4, modulus of x minus 9 is less than 2. Modulus of x minus 9 is less than 2. So since it is in the form of modulus of x is less than a, so what is the condition that we can write? If and only if symbol we can use this, okay? If and only if by conditional symbol. So minus a less than x less than a. So a value is 2 now, so we can write it as minus 2 less than x minus 9 less than 2. Minus a value is 2, as it is we are substituting x value as it is. Now what is extra here? Minus 9. So let us add 9 on all the sides. So it will become minus 2 plus 9, x minus 9 plus 9, 2 plus 9. So 7 less than x less than 11. So this will be the condition. Let us take another question. Modulus of 2 by x minus 4 is greater than 1. So greater than 1. If we are doing reciprocal for this, or modulus 2 is, okay, we can write now, transpose we can do. So 2 is greater than modulus of x minus 4. 2 is greater than modulus of x minus 4. If I am interchanging these students, for example, there is one rule. If I am saying x is less, modulus of x is less than 2, it's okay. If I am saying 2 is less than modulus x, then if I am interchanging this, the inequality will change. So answer will be x minus 4 less than 2. X minus 4 less than 2. Since I am interchanging the variable to other side directly, totally we are interchanging, so inequality will change. So now it is looking for me the condition of mod x is less than a. So mod x is less than a if and only if, what is the condition here? Minus a should be less than x should be less than a. So what is the a value here? Minus 2. So minus 2 less than x minus 4 less than plus 2. So add plus 4 on both sides, so it will become minus 4 plus 4, x minus 4 plus 4, 2 plus 4. So 2 less than x less than 6.